Well, right now, eyes are on the state of Ohio and the battle for a U.S. Senate seat. Matt Dolan, Bernie Moreno, and Frank LaRose are all battling for your vote to take on Democratic incumbent Senator Sherrod Brown.
Now, that is not the only race that people are watching in the Buckeye State. Many people are wondering what, if any, impact the state will have in the race for the White House.
So we teamed up with Emerson College and The Hill to find out how voters are viewing the candidates and what issues will influence their votes. To get you ready for Election Day, we are bringing you team coverage.
NBC4 State House reporter Natalie Fahmy getting reaction to the latest Senate polling, and our Colleen Marshall has been studying those numbers when it comes to the presidential race. Colleen, what do the numbers show?
Well, we'll start with this number, 1,300. That is the number of Ohio voters who responded to the poll via landlines, cell phones, and the web. About 38% of them identify as Republican, 31% Democrat, and nearly 30% identify as independent. And just like Ohio did in 2016 and 2020, this state is backing Donald Trump. Even if Nikki Haley was still on the ballot, Donald Trump would walk away with a resounding 82% of the vote next week, according to this new poll. On the Democratic ticket, Joe Biden tops 90%. But when we look ahead to November, it's clear Trump would carry Ohio again. He's at 50% compared to 40% for Biden right now.
People are worried about his age. This is not just an Ohio statistic, but most voters do think that President Biden's age is a consideration when going to the ballot box.
Nearly 60% of the people who answered the poll had serious doubts about Joe Biden's age. Voters are split nearly 50-50 about the criminal indictments against Donald Trump. Half of the people polled say it gives them serious concern. But when it comes to why voters are supporting their chosen presidential candidate, take a look at this. Of those voting for Joe Biden, 36% say it's because they dislike the other guy. 19% like Biden. 19% are voting for their party's candidate. 18% because of a specific issue. But of those voting for Donald Trump, 32% like him. 30% care about an issue. 17% dislike Biden, and 13% are voting along the party line. And Republican, Democrat, and independent voters share the number one issue. They are concerned about the economy.
Among all three parties, the economy is the top issue. That's true in Ohio. It's true in some other states. Independents in Ohio look a little bit like both parties, which isn't always the case in some of these states. So they rated the economy, healthcare, and then abortion access third in their top issues. So we do see a little bit of a reflection of that, potential abortion vote among independents.
But overall, when it comes to issues, abortion is important to women voters, and women also give high marks to Democrat incumbent Sherrod Brown. Now, coming up at 6, we're going to have a deeper look at the Senate race, including a breakdown of all three Republican candidates in that heated GOP Senate primary.
All right, Colleen, thank you. Now, no matter which of the three Republican candidates comes out on top, they're going to be underdogs to the incumbent. You're getting a look at the latest numbers, which shows Sherrod Brown has a slight lead. The poll also shows a good number of undecided voters. Now, the poll also includes new numbers to show where the candidates stand individually.
NBC4 State House reporter Natalie Fahmy joins us in studio now. Natalie, it appears many voters don't know who they plan to vote for.
That's right, Jennifer. Jared, according to this poll, just over 32% of likely Ohio voters are still undecided. That number of undecided voters is down from the past few months, but strategists say it's still anyone's race. Three candidates, Matt Dolan, Frank LaRose, and Bernie Moreno, are all vying for the Republican nomination for U.S. Senate. Moreno has been endorsed by former President Donald Trump and Dolan by Governor Mike DeWine. They're leading the polls, with Dolan taking a slight edge over Moreno. In the poll, Dolan gets 25.5% of the vote, Moreno takes 22.8%, and LaRose trails at 15.9%. In a statement, a spokesperson for LaRose's campaign says, "We are confident Frank will be Ohio's next U.S. Senator, Ohio voters want the person that they know they can trust and is a proven conservative. That's Frank LaRose, noting that their internal polling tells a different story with LaRose on top. Meanwhile, Dolan tells me in a one-on-one interview that it's nice to see validation of the work he and his team is doing, but in this poll, but they are not going to slow down.
Polls go up, polls go down. I mean, our focus is making sure our message about what I've been able to accomplish for Ohio, how I can beat Sherrod Brown, and how I can execute and get things done in Washington.
I'm not surprised there's so many undecideds, because in many ways, all three candidates are kind of running the same campaign.
It's only a matter of time with a Trump endorsement where if there is a huge conservative base that's still looking to see what President Trump is saying, they're going to go for Bernie Moreno.
I did also reach out to Moreno's team for a statement, but they did not get back to me. Jennifer?
All right, Natalie, thank you. And as you know, NBC4 is your local election headquarters. We have everything you need to know about the big races appearing on your ballot. It's all online at nbc4i.com/election.